Washington kicks off the second ever U.S.-Africa Summit today, but not every African leader is invited. Eritrea and Somaliland are significant omissions. Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, and Sudan also will not be in attendance.
We've invited countries, or invitations were extended to countries who are in good standing with the African Union. So currently, there are 4 countries who have been suspended by the AU. They were not extended invitations, and 2 countries, one of which we do not recognize as the United States, and then one with whom we do not share full diplomatic relations. So
Washington's One Somalia policy appears fully in force this week. Somalia President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud is of course in Washington, D.C. to take part in the 3-day event. He will be joined by almost 50 other leaders from the continent.
Too many Africans still endure poverty and conflict, hunger and disease. Even as we work together to meet those challenges, we cannot lose sight of the new Africa that's emerging.
It is the second time this event has been held, 8 years after Barack Obama hosted the first. Many see the meetings as an attempt to compete with China, Russia, and Turkey, who have all engaged Africa heavily in the recent past. Chinese infrastructure projects, Russian weapons and mercenaries, and Turkish businesses are visible in many African countries. They have held summits as well, wined and dined heads of state, and made promises for pushing the continent's representation in international institutions like the G20 and the International Monetary Fund. The African leaders will hear some of the same sweet talk from U.S. President Joe Biden. The Americans are pushing partnerships and have predicted that big corporate deals will come out of the summit. The U.S. is a major donor for humanitarian assistance in Africa, while Beijing gives little and Moscow almost none. While this event will put Somalia within the large African bloc as far as negotiating deals with the U.S., it is also possible for Hassan Sheikh to come away with some agreements of his own. There has been a lot of talk about handling the effects of climate change in new ways recently. Developing resilience by creating infrastructure to keep water available in rural areas has been a key one. Receiving both money and expertise to make this happen should be the top priority for Mogadishu this week. Foreign direct investment will likely only come as security gets better, but with the recent success in fighting the Al-Shabaab, there should be some room for U.S. companies to take first steps in Somalia's direction. An energy deal with U.S.-based coastline exploration has already been inked. It would be nice to see more American energy companies enter the fray. With much innovation in the tech and banking sectors lately, those areas also might see some private U.S. companies show interest. In the end, we should expect Hassan Sheikh to come back with something concrete, hopefully not just more humanitarian aid. ADN TV will continue to report on developments from the U.S.-Africa Summit